Hello, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to MK Convenience Brokerage. My name is Mohammed. We're going to go over test.com New York State Real Estate Practice Exam. So, we're just going to go over some of the practice exam, some of the common questions. For those of you who are interested, test.com is really good for helping you practice real estate exam. So, these are the questions that are just sample for you. But if you really want to test it out, go to their website, test.com, and they have other sample questions that are going to help you prepare. So, let's go over the free New York State salesperson practice exam. Basically, you have 75 questions. You're giving 90 minutes to complete the exam. There's a total of, if you purchase them, they have a total of 425 questions. There's a lot of questions. The more questions you do it, the better you become. So let's go over some of the key points that might ask during the exam and some of the questions that are most likely you might be seeing. So let's go for question number one. So the question number one is from New York Real Estate Salesperson Law of Agencies. Which of the following is not a fiduciary duty when a real estate agent owes to a client? So it's principal. So fiduciary duty includes obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, and accountability. These are the things, and reasonable care. These are something that is not a duty for a real estate person owes to a client. It's not one of them. So as you can see, obedience is, accountability is, confidentiality, principal is not one of them. So principal is not one of the fiduciary duty for real estate agents. Going number two, a special agent is authorized to do the following. Is authorized to do the following. The answer is C, to act on behalf of the principal in specific transaction. So a specific agent is also known as a limited agent, has narrow authorization, and they could perform specific task or conduct in specific transaction. For example, a real estate agent or broker, they're part of a specific agent. They're supposed to do one specific task. The short-term relationship is limited to certain things like marketing, whatever the case is, but that's the part of the special agent. Going number three, which of the following statement on leasehold estates are true? The answer is A and B are true. A leasehold estate is for a limited time, and a leasehold estate grants possession but not title. So whenever you're a leasehold estate, you just grant possession but you don't have the title yet. So basically, it's like a temporary right of possession of a property without a title, for a definite amount of time. So you have that. For example, when the landlord tenant, basically put it like that, if you want to put it in simpler terms, that's basically like kind of like a leasehold estate, if you want to put it like that in simpler terms. Number four, which of the following is not essential element of a lease? The answer for this is A, a formal legal description of the property. So a lease does not require a legal description. A street address or other informal reference as to the location of the property may be used as both parties are in agreement and have a clear understanding of its location. Additionally, apartment or building numbers should not be used if more than one unit share the same street address. So basically, that's part of the lease. Number five, if the loan to value ratio is 8.85 and the purchase price for the property is $250,000, what is the amount of buyer is mortgaging? So basically, you have to do a little bit of math on this as well. Of course, New York State Real Estate Exam does have math questions, so I would try my best to learn a little bit about math as well. The answer for this is gonna be B. Reason why? Because if you take 250,000 times by 0.85, the answer is 212,500. Purchase price times the loan to value ratio equals the mortgagee amount. The down payment is $37,500. Going to another math question, number six. If a lender charges $2,775 loan originating fee and the mortgagee amount of the property is $370,000, what is the loan origination percent payable at closing? The answer to this is C, 0.75%. You want to do the math, is $2,775 divided by 370,000 is equal to 0.0075 or 0.75%. Number seven, the impact of borrowed funds to purchase property when capital is not available is called, the answer is C, leverage. 8. A developer wants to build single-family homes, a few grouping of townhomes, and a small apartment building along with a small park with basketball courts and walking trails. This is an example of what type of zoning. This is going to be considered as cluster zoning. Cluster zoning is an example of multi-use zoning where a number of residential uses are allowed in one zone. Typically, the builder places residential residents closer together in exchange for leaving certain open and available to the community. Number 9, in eminent domain, what value is the owner entitled to as compensation for taking of real property? The answer is going to be D, fair market value. Eminent domain is a government constitution or statutory power to take private property. So if you see eminent domain, think of doom. Basically, they're going to take your stuff. So basically, when that happens, the property owner is paid for the fair market value or FME or basically purchase price for that. Basically, they try to do the right thing to take your property. Number 10, what is the difference between assessed value and appraised value? Well, you should know the definition. One is used to commute property taxes, and the other is used to determine whether a bank is willing to lend for the property. So, assessed value is a dollar amount of worth determined by a town, city, or village assessor, which is applied to local tax rate to calculate the amount of real property tax. Assessed value is documented in local tax record and is reviewed every one or two local by the community. Number 11. In an appraisal of commercial property, which of the following criteria is used to determine the property highest and best value? The answer is going to be all of the above. Highest and best use refers to the use of land that preserves its usefulness, provide the greatest income and result in the highest property value. This is particularly important with commercial properties. Evaluating which is legally allowable, physical possible, maximally productive, and financially leasable are all steps that must be considered. Number 12. In 1988, the Federal Fair Housing Act was amended to include the following protected class. The answer is going to be A. Familial status and mental and physical disability. Number 13. NYS DOS regulation require New York real estate licenses complete 3 hours of approved continuing education in fair housing and in 2 years. So 3 hours of approved continuing education in fair housing and no discriminating the sale of rental or real property is required every 2 years as part of the 22.5-hour continuing education requirement. Number 14, active income is defined by the IRS includes commission. Active income is income received from performing services, including wages, salaries, commission, tips, and from other business as well. Real estate taxes are calculated based on assessed value. Number 16, to calculate realized gain, you must subtract the adjustable basis from the sale price less selling expenses. These are all something that you should need to know as long as you know the definition, that's half the exam right there. Number 17 is from various exam topic. When being compensated, the duties that require a real estate license include all of the above: listing or attempting to list real property, negotiating terms of the real estate contract, and leasing or renting for more than one person. 18. John, Matt, and Laura have decided to start their own dog walking business. John will have the bulk of the day-to-day responsibilities. Laura will be in charge of appointments and keeping the book, while Matt will contribute money to get the business up and running. They decide to rent a space in an unused plaza to use as a business location. What type of business organization have John, Matt, and Laura formed? The answer is B, partnership. Number 19, in a limited liability company, the owner are not personally liable for the obligation of the business, the LLC, as also known as. Number 20, in residential construction, a framing member that supports the structure over door and window openings is D, header. The purpose of a planning board, number 21, the purpose of the planning board is to B, plan for region's future by considering the invaluable natural and supplied resources. Number 22, in which type of insurance policy does the insurer bear the burden to prove that a cause of loss is excluded from coverage? The answer is B, an all risk or open peril policy. Number 23, which of the following statement about cooperator is not accurate? The answer is A, an owner gets a title transferred by deed. Number 24, a person who receives mortgagee payment from a borrower include amount for escrow is, the answer is D, mortgagee loan servicer. And number 25, all the following are components of a property management proposal except C, equity debt limit. So the property manager should always remember that when a property manager submit a management proposal to the owner of the first day of his employment, the proposal should include description of the land and building, list of maintenance required and incurable obligations, maintenance records, accountable procedures, schedule of inspections, operating budget, and capital improvement budget and maintenance fee. So basically, I just wanted to go over some sample questions. Again, you could go on the website, read it on your own, do the exam yourself to get used to it. But it's a good website to follow. They have other stuff as well for practicing for the kid exam, practicing for other type of exams, Florida, so forth. It's a good place to do your stuff. With that being said, that's about it. Thank you again, guys, for watching this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any other questions, comment, concern, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll try my best to help you as much as possible to clarify any confusion you guys have. Thank you again for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.